We're live. The nightmare season may have only just begun for Southampton after their shock 9-0 loss at home to former Premier League winners Leicester City. But it doesn't get much better than that, because next up they take on current Premier League champions Manchester City on their own turf. We're going to talk about that and much more on the live prediction show coming up. No. Welcome. That's right. Welcome back to yet another prediction show out in the Premier League. Matchday number 11 coming right at you. And we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash that subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Premier League related, Blackburn Rovers related, world football related. All here under our roof. Hello Liam, hello LG and Cow, hello Thingy, welcome. This is take 2 of the Premier League prediction show after that shambles the other day, which was the old stink bomb. That was the flipping internet issues. But we've got all them sorted out now, I think. So we should be good as gold. But anyway, let's jump into the thick of things. Before we get into the thicker things of the predictions, bit of a thing here. Got my Patreon thing up and running for you boys and girls. Hello Thingy, welcome to the gang. If you want to become Patreons, check out the old link in the old description down below. I'm trying to get some more people on board. He's only one Patreon. He needs a bit of company. But anyway, we're going to take a little look now at match day number 10, the results of those, and prediction-wise, and see how well we got on. There's a couple of barnstorming results. This is the grading criteria. I'm going to grade you and me just how I do every week. If you get 0 to 3, you're in the shit-faced gang. If you're in the straight-faced club, you get 4 to 6. If you get 7+, you're in the top banana. I think there's a couple of you guys that might have got top banana this week. Hello, Chila. Hello, Tom Sargent. Russell Frost. Welcome into the barnstormer. That is match day number 11. So let's get going, folks. Obviously, last Friday, if you didn't watch it, sit back for a few minutes and watch the highlights, because there was a lot of them. 9-0 winners, Leicester City over Southampton. I actually saw this as a 2-1 win for Leicester. Didn't think it would be an absolute barnstormer like that. Hello, IC, welcome. But yeah, job done for Leicester. Bit of a humiliation for Southampton on their own turf. Meanwhile, Manchester City took care of business against Aston Villa 3-0 in the end. Actually went 4-0 on this one. Don't worry, Chila, we're here each and every week unless there's international football. Brighton Hove Albion took care of business against Everton 3-2 final score. I actually got this one close to the mark, 1-0 for me. Moving forward, Watford against Bournemouth ended as a 0-0 draw. When are Watford going to get themselves an actual win? I don't know. I actually saw this as a 2-1 win. West Ham and Sheffield United drew 1-1. Keep their good form going. Sheffield United 3-0 for me. Got that one wrong. Them six-finger freakazoids, they lost to Chelsea. Thank you. 4-2 final score on this one. 2-1 for me. Newcastle United and Wolves battled out to a 1-1 draw. That was over at St James's Park. Actually saw this as a 2-0 win on this one. And Arsenal and Crystal Palace duked out to a 2-2 draw. Another bit of a shit show for Arsenal at the moment. 3-1 for me, so we got that one wrong. Liverpool squeaked past Tottenham Hotspur. 2-1 final score. I got this one as a 3-1 win. And Norwich lost at home to Manchester United in the end. 3-1. Actually went on a 2-1 win on this bad boy. So for me, my predictions, I got 6 out of 10, which means I'm in the Straightfaced Gang. Now, what about you guys? How did you guys get on this past few weeks? Let's take a look at the predictions. Now, if you are watching here on the chat, you can stick your live predictions in on the chat, which is good. But what I like to see at the end is you come back around and stick them in the old comment section down below, so it can feature you just like these guys. I mean, there's a few of them, so take a little, get some popcorn out, because there's a few of you guys. His Gamer 24, he's in the Straight Face Club. Russell Frost, I believe he's here with us, I think. He's in the Straight Face Gang. Palace fan with a straight face as well. Epic Gamer, not too shabby as well. Omar Darwood, I'm giving you a red face because you only put 4 picks in there. Meanwhile, Billy Spencer, top banana. Let's give him a round of applause. He's in the Top Face Gang, top banana group. Jaden Chrysler, Straight Face Gang. We are QPR. Big fat for the 0. Well, I didn't get 0, but he's in the Shitface Club. Frank Jardos, Straight Face Gang. Joseph, also with the Straight Face Gang. On Margie Monday, not too shabby as well. Cody Cahoe, frequent predictor, Straight Face Gang. Youngsy, also in the Straight Face Gang. United Lad, Straight Face Gang. And Kelshi Shambangu, bitty shitty boo for you this week. Nathan Heaver, constant predictor. He's in the Shitface Gang as well. Blumbo, tough, cool name, Straight Face Gang. Vincent Hung, he's in the top banana as well. And there's no edit to be seen. So, Got to give him a round of applause. No Code Drinker, he's in the Straightfaced Club. Lorraine Dessler, Straightfaced Gang, as is Fred Flintstone, another cool name. Football Cricket's in the Straightfaced Gang. Robert Waldron is in the Straightfaced Club. Moving forward, Yannick Bustler, Straightfaced Gang for him. Oliver Meyer, he's in the Top Banana, but I'll give him a couple of claps because there's an edit. You never know with the edit. Hello. Welcome to the newbies in there. John Kedwood is in the Shitface Gang. Kim Sanderson is in the Straightface Club. Ash the Blade is in the Straightface Club. And Blessings Trevenga. Another round of applause. Straightface, he's in the Top Banana. Kicking on forward, Danzel Tan, Straightface Gang. Zane Beatty with the Straightface Gang. LG and Cow is with us. Not too good this week. I think my calculations are correct. So, I know you say Straightface Club, but I think you're in the Shitface Gang this week. Nightmare Seekers in the Straightface Club. Chicken Next Gamer, Straightface Club. Jaden the Gengar as well. Welcome. Well done, you. Blaze Rees is in the Straightface Club. And Anthony Okafawaya, he does his predictions kind of weird, so he gets a whole screen to himself. He's in the Straightface Club. So, yes, what a shit show it was for Southampton. And it doesn't get much easier because they take on Manchester City this weekend. I think they actually took them on yesterday in the Cup, I believe. I can't recall. But anyway, this is what the table looks right now. Obviously, Manchester City are in second spot, 6 points adrift of Liverpool, who are top. Leicester City up into third. Chelsea are right behind them, though, on goal difference. Arsenal are in fifth. With the chasing pack there. Manchester United making up ground to seventh spot. Down the bottom, it is Watford, Norwich and Southampton who would go down if the season was to end today. Constable 976, I'm an American Bournemouth fan praying for a goal this week. I'd like to see Man United get back into the old trouble as well. Yes, LG and Cal, unfortunately you just fell into that bracket, I think, in the Shitface Gang. So this is the games that are taking place this week. Obviously, I want to get your predictions in, so I'll read them out, the fixtures. I'll give you a little bit of backstory about these bad boys. Hang on a minute. What's going on here? I think these are the old results. These are the old fixtures. Okay, so what we're going to do here, because I've got the wrong stinking screen up here, just give me a minute while to adjust this. This is live TV. I thought I was ready. For you, but I'm obviously not. So give me a minute while I find the correct slide. Hopefully I've got them ready, because otherwise this might be a bit of I might have to sing a song or something. So just give me a minute while I find them. Talk amongst yourselves. Tell them who the greatest football team in the world is. Tell everybody who you think is the best team in the land, and then we will discuss once I figure out where the piss and hell my stinking predictions are. Are they here? I'm hoping they're here, because if not, I'm gonna have to do some scrambling. Oh, goodness me, oh my. Maybe we'll do this live. How about that? We'll do this live. Yeah. On the cuff. So give me a second here. I thought I had it all prepped, but I don't. What a bongoloid I am. So we're going over here. We're going to do this live. This is quite crazy. Quite crazy what we're doing, so just bear with me. I do apologise. I usually have it all teed up. There's so many prediction shows this week with the Europa League and, of course, the Champions League. So we're going to do this sucker live. Let me just zoom in on this sucker, and then we're going to go, just give me a minute. How about this? We'll go over here. There we go. We are live. So, yeah, we're going to do it live on the website. You could do this yourselves at home if you want to. I don't know. I'm getting sacked in the morning. Yeah. I'm going to fire my ass. So here are the fixtures. Bournemouth against Manchester United. Arsenal, Wolves. Oh, they're all there. They're all their glory. But I'll still give you the backstory anyway. We're going to kick it all off with Bournemouth. So maybe you can convince me with your own predictions what I put in the score sheet right here. So we're going to start with Bournemouth against Manchester United. It is over at Bournemouth Stadium. I don't even know the name of their stadium these days. They played each other 6 times over the years, going back to 2016. And Bournemouth have yet to pick up a victory. It's all Manchester United. They've won 5 of them. There's been 1 draw along the way. Now, obviously, Bournemouth coming to this in a good bit of situation at the table, sit 9th. A win for them could go 5th. A win for United, they could go 5th as well. There is a bit of a breakaway from 4th to 5th. On this one. The bookmakers' odds on this, 11-5 for Bournemouth, 6-5 for Manchester United, 5-2 to draw. What you guys got in the old comments section? I'm going to punch mine in while they come on in. We have Constable 1976 going with a 1-0 win for Bournemouth. This is what happens to people who hate on Burnley. I'm sorry, I know. Russell Frost with a 2-1 win for United. Okay with a 2-1 win for Manchester United. Dan Bateman with a 1-1 draw. Liam Mann with a 2-0 win. Billy Spencer's gone 2-0 as well for United. LG and Cow has gone with a 1-1 draw. It's called the Vitality. Thank you. And Bournemouth, because of the sponsors and all this, they keep changing the names of the stadium in the end. So for me, I'm actually going to side with a bunch of you guys. I'm actually going to go with a 2-0 win for Manchester United to take this one. I think they've turned a corner. I think Solskjaer's playing better football these days since that result against Liverpool. They picked up a massive point, a bit of a confidence booster. They did a number against Norwich, 3-1, and also they picked up a victory in the Europa League. So I'm going to go with a 2-0 win on this one, and that would give United a big old boost. And like I said, could push them if results go their way. Could push them as high as a fifth, and they could be back in the old European talk. Moving forward, we have Brighton, Hove, Albion. No, we don't. We have Arsenal up against Wolverhampton Wanderers over at the Emirates. The last 6 games over the past few years have gone in favour of Arsenal. 3 wins for them, 1 win for Wolves, 2 draws along the way. The last time Wolves did pick up a victory was the last time that these two sides played. It was over at Molineux. It was a 3-1 win back in April. The goal scorers on that day, Ruben Neves, Matt Doherty and Diego Jota. Socrates was the only scorer for Arsenal on that occasion. However, the last 6 games over at the Emirates has gone 4 for Arsenal, 0 for Wolves, 2 draws along the way. But it's back-to-back draws coming into this between two sides. Going back to 2011, before the Portuguese influence of Wolves, when Arsenal last won. It was a 2-0 win back in 2011. Goal scorers on that day. If you can tell me the goal scorers on that day, it was only one. It was Robin van Persie with a daily double. The bookmakers' odds on this one, 11-8 on for Arsenal, 50-4 to draw, 14-5 for the draw. Coming into this, Arsenal sit 5th in the table. A win for them could close the gap on Champions League football. A win for Wolves, who currently earn 12th spot. They could go as high as 6th. On this one, we have some picks in the house. Okay's gone with a 1-1 draw. Youngsy's gone with a 2-0 win for Arsenal. Russell Frost with a 1-1 draw. Che La with a 3-2 win for Wolves. Ralph Jarrett with a 2-1 win for Arsenal as well. Fonzie Majala's gone with a 2-2 draw. Icy's gone with a 1-1 draw. Promise Fabian, welcome. LG and Cal with a 2-1 win for Arsenal. Hard to call. Wolves 1-0 win for Constable. And Sanjin Poon's gone with a 1-1 draw. It's over in London. I'm going to side with Arsenal on this one. I'm going to make it 3-1. They need a result, and they need one quick. So this could be it. If not, I think there could be trouble ahead for Unai Emery, because the fans are turning. I don't think that he'll get as long as, obviously, Wenger, who had an absolute whole flipping decade and some at Arsenal. So Unai Emery needs some results, and he needs to start clicking into gear. So this is it. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. I think he'll get it, but it won't be too long before they're back on his case. Moving forward, over to Villa Park we go. It's Aston Villa up against Liverpool. Obviously, Villa Park, a traditional football ground. Aston Villa, traditional English football club. Glad to see them back in the Premier League. It's just a couple of seasons. Now, the last 6 games between these two sides, in all competitions and all venues, 3 victories to Liverpool, 2 victories for Villa, 1 draw along the way. The last time that these two sides did play was back in 2016 in February. It was a 6-0 demolition, and it was at Villa Park. 6-0 demolition. Goal scorers on that day was Sturridge. He got himself a goal. Milner got 1 as well. Emery Can got himself 1. Divock Origi, Nathan Klein, and Koulo Touré, all on the score sheet back in 2016. Now, the bookmakers' odds on this one, 15-2 for Villa, 4-1 for the draw, 11-4 on for Liverpool. So it looks like it's a stone cold away win for Liverpool on this one. The form book coming into this, Aston Villa sit 15th at the table. Just the 1 defeat out of the past 4. Meanwhile, obviously, Liverpool look pretty much decent as always. Just the 1 blip, which was that draw against Manchester United away from home. So what you guys got for me in the chatteroony? Did I get everybody's from the last one? Well, we have Raphael Jarrett kicks us off with a 1-0 win for Villa. Promise Fabian, I'm not too sure which game you're talking about. I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw on this one for you. Frank Jarosk with a 1-0 win for the Gooners. That's in the previous one as well. Okay's gone with a 2-0 win for Liverpool. Che La with a 2-1 win for Liverpool. Constable with a 1976 with a 2-0 win for Liverpool as well. Russell Frost gone big goals on it. Goals galore. 4-2 win for Liverpool. LG and Cal siding with their current leaders. Liverpool with a 2-1 away win. Youngsy's gone with a 5-goal thriller. 3-2 win for Liverpool. IC's gone with a 2-0 win for Liverpool. Fazuma Jala's gone with the European champions as well. 4-1. Sanjin Poon with a 5-1 win for Liverpool. And Frank Jaros with a 3-0 win for Liverpool. Well, it's going to be big. It's going to be... I'll give Villa a goal, but realistically, I'm going to go 4-1, just like Fazuma Jala. Me and him on the same wavelength this time around. Moving on to Brighton, Hove Albion, up against Norwich. Now, don't forget, these kickoffs, the times listed here are Central European time. So just in case you're curious. Meanwhile, Brighton Hove Albion up against Norwich City. Now this is a must-win for both games. Both two teams are in the sort of nether regions of this. Norwich are on a bit of a free fall without a win since, was it that Manchester City result? I think, was it? Yep, their Manchester City result was their last victory, which was, it seems a lifetime ago at the moment. So 5 games without a win, 4 defeats in that cluster. Brighton on the flip side, 2 wins out the past 3 games. So they look decent right now. So Brighton might have turned a massive corner. Coming into this, though, the previous 6 games between these two sides, 1 win for Brighton, 2 for Norwich, 3 draws along the way. You've got to go back to 2016. The last time Brighton picked up a victory was back in the Championship. It was a 5-0 win. And it was at the Amex as well. Goal scorers on that day, Glenn Murray bagged himself a hat-trick, Lewis Dunk got himself a goal, and Anthony Knockaert got himself the last goal on the 84th minute. Now, the last 6 games over at the Amex, it's not that bad for Norwich. In fact, it's pretty good. Only 1 win for Brighton, 1 draw, 4 wins for Norwich. But obviously, most recently it was that 5-0 demolition. But prior to that, Norwich were absolutely dominating poor Brighton on their own turf. I'll give you the odds on this one. 11-8 on for Brighton, 7-2 for Norwich, 3-1 the draw. Norwich, if they were to win, they could get out of the drop zone and push Newcastle in there. As for Brighton, a win for them, they could go as high as, believe it or not, 6th in the table. I'm picking them to go down at the moment. So for me, what am I going to go with on this one? I'll give you mine in just a second. I want to see what you guys got. I want to see if you guys can swing me one way or the other. Ross, I've missed a few. They're already up there. Ralph Jarrett's gone with a 3-1 win for Norwich on this one. Chelar with a 1-1 draw. Liverpool will find a win to do it. They will. They've been grinding out the results. Russell Frost with a 1-0 win for Brighton. Promise Fabian playing catch-up with a 4-1 win for Liverpool. Welcome, Victor Fisher. You missed the intro, but you're here anyway. Okay, with a 0-0 draw. Frank Jaros with a 2-0 win for Brighton. Constable with a 2-1 win for Brighton as well. IC with a 2-1 win for Brighton. LG and Cow's got 5-goal thriller, 3-2 win for Brighton. Fonzu Majala's got a 9-goal thriller. Norwich to nick it with a 5-4 win. And Victor Fisher with a 2-0 win. For me, I can't see Norwich winning at the moment. I cannot see Norwich. Brighton are doing bits. I'm going to go with a 3-1 win. Yeah, I think Norwich may score. We might get a Pookie goal if we're lucky. But ultimately, I think Brighton will reign supreme in the end. Sanjin Poon with a 2-1 win for Brighton. Moving on, we have Manchester City up against Southampton. Now, obviously, Southampton coming into this on that back of that shitstormer against Leicester City. It doesn't get much better for them. And they take on Manchester City. Did they just play yesterday? Did they play each other again previously, just in the Pissing Cup? They did. They did play in the Cup. They lost 3-1. I expect probably a rotated squad from both of them. I think maybe they played some reserves yesterday. I don't know. But anyway, the last 6 games at the Emirates, including that victory yesterday, was 6 wins for Manchester City, 0 wins for Southampton. Stone cold home win, you should suspect on this one. The closest thing Southampton came to a victory was against them was a 1-0 loss on their own turf. That was back in 2018, but realistically, it's been a while. If you take a look back at the last 6 games over at the Emirates, again, it does get a little bit better. In fact, back in 2016, in the same time, around about October, there was a 1-1 draw between these two sides. We've got some cracking scorelines coming up here. The bookmakers' odds on this one, what they're going to go with? They're going to go with 14-1 on for Manchester City. Red hot favourites, 11-1 to draw, 28-1 for Southampton. Smash the victory. Obviously, the champions coming to the second of the table. Win for them could close the door to just 3 points if Liverpool were to slip up. As for Southampton, they come into this in the drop zone in 8th spot, but a win for them could get them up to 15th in the table. We've got some picks. We're going to start with Ralph Jarrett's absolute shit show. They're going to concede. They're going to be 9 goals in it again for him. He's going 7-2 winners for Manchester City. Constable with a 4-0 win. Frank Jarros with a 4-0 win as well. Russell Frost 5-0 win for City. Okay's gone with a 6-1 win for City. LG and Cow with a 5-1 win as well. Fozu Majala with a 2-1 win. Just the 2-1 win. Billy Spencer's gone 7-0 for the champs. IC with a 3-0 win. Save score for Chelar. Yannick Bustler, welcome. Eintracht Frankfurt. We're not talking about them today. That's tomorrow. Well, we're talking about Champions League tomorrow. Victor Fisher with a 6-0 win and Sanjin Poon with a 2-0 win for Manchester City. I don't think it's going to be an embarrassing one. It'll be big, but it won't be crazy. I'm going to go 4-0. They will put up a bit of a defensive, so they need a response, obviously. prior to this game, they've all just played in the Carabao Cup. It was a chance for them to kind of clean house a little bit and get themselves back into some sort of decent shape. So they'll perform better, but they won't get hammered like they did previously. Zero Central's gone with an 8-0 win on it. Next up, we have Sheffield United up against Burnley. Them freakazoids, Burnley, and in this one. The last 6 games to these two sides in all competitions and all venues. It's pretty much good for the Freaks, actually. 4 wins out of the past 6. 1 win for Sheffield United, 1 draw along the way. In fact, you've got to go back to 2008. Sorry, you've got to go back to 2008 for Sheffield United's last victory over Burnley, and it was at Turd Moor. But the last 6 games over at Bramall Lane is more favourable for Sheffield United. They won 3 of them, drawn 2, and just the lost 1. But you've got to go back to 2005 for that last victory for Sheffield United on their own turf. It was a 3-0 win. Goal scorers on that day, Neil Shipley. Blimey, that's going back a bit. Danny Webber, ex-United player as well, on the score sheet. Bookmakers odds on this one, 6-5 for Sheffield United, 13-5 the Freaks, 11-5 the draw. Burnley come into this. They've kind of plummeted back towards the shit zone for them. 2 wins out of the past 6, but back-to-back defeats coming into this. Sheffield United, though, 2 defeats out of 6 as well. Unbeaten in 3 heading into this. What you guys got for me in the chat? We've got Raphael Jarrett's gone with a 2-2 draw. Sheffield United, OK's gone with a 2-2 draw as well. Constable with a 1-0 win for the Blades. Frank Jarros with a 1-1 draw. Billy Spencer with a 2-0 for the Blades. Russell Frost 1-1 draw. Chilar with a 2-1 win for Sheffield United. Fonzu Majala with a 2-2 draw. LG and Cow with a 1-1 draw. IC with a 1-0 win. Zero Central with a 2-1 win. I like Sheffield United. They're a decent working man sort of club, working man sort of team. I'm going to give it 2-1. Burnley will make a game of it. And then ultimately take home the 3 points. A win for Sheffield United. They could go as high as 5th in the table. A win for the Freaks could also see them jump up to 6th in the table as well. But again, a lot of stuff has to happen for that to take place, and I doubt it will. We'll have to see, though. David Argu is gone there with a 3-1 win for the Freakazoids. Sanjin Poon with a 1-1 draw as well. They're a bit late, better late than never. Moving on, what do we have? We have West Ham United, the final 3 o'clock kickoff. Over in the UK, West Ham against Newcastle United. The last 6 games between these two sides in all competitions. 4 wins for the Toon, 2 wins for the Hammers. Last time out, this fixture last season was a 2-0 win for the Hammers on their own turf. Goal scorers on that day, Declan Rice, and a penalty from Mark Noble. Now, the last 6 games over at Upton Park / the London Stadium has gone in favour. 3 for the Hammers, 2 for the Toon, 1 draw along the way. Newcastle's last victory was a 3-2 win back in 2017. Goal scorers on that day, doesn't really matter. It's just a who's who. Coming into this, though, the bookmakers' odds on this one, 100-88 on for West Ham. So it's basically 10-8 or something like that. 13-5 draw, 16-5 for the win for Newcastle. Coming into this, the Toon find themselves 17th at the table. 1 win out of 6. I think that win was United. West Ham have kind of fallen off the pace a little bit without a win in 4, so not great. What you guys got for me in the chat? Raffle Jarrett with a 3-1 win for the Hammers. Okay with a 0-0 draw. Billy Spencer with a 1-0 win. Constable with a 2-2 draw. Russell Frost with a 2-1 win for the Hammers. Frank Jarros with a 0-0 draw. Team Who with a 0-0 draw. Fonzu Majala with a 2-1 win for the visitors. LG and Cal with a 2-0 win for the Hammers. I see 2-1 win as well. He's going Hammers. Chilar with a 0-0 draw. For me, this one I'm on the fence a little. I can't see Newcastle winning this one. West Ham 2-0. Haller to get both. Jake Turner comes in with a late one. I'm actually going to go. I'm going to go with just a 1-0 win. It's not going to be the most impressive game. I think West Ham will just nick it, get back to winning ways, and that win could again. It's so tight in the middle of the pack. It's so crazy tight. 14th place Brighton on 12 points. Arsenal are on 16 points. They're in 5th. That's how tight it is. Sanjin Poon with a 1-0 win. Frank Jarros is already playing ahead of us. He's jumped the gun, which is good to see. But yeah, I'm going to go with a 1-0 win. And Hammers, they could go as high as 5th in the table. Next up, we have Watford against Chelsea. Now, Watford still without a win. 3 draws on the spin, for though they've turned a bit of a corner, but they are. And a win potentially could see them jump 2 spots to 18th in the table. Chelsea, they're coming to us in 4th in the table. A win for them potentially, if City were to slip up, which I doubt it, could go 2nd in the table for for Chelsea. Coming into this, the previous 6 games, 5 wins for Chelsea, 1 win for Watford. I like Watford. I used to live down that neck of the woods. The last 6 games at Vicarage Road, 4 wins for Chelsea, 1 win for Watford, 1 draw along the way. This time last season was a 2-1 win for Chelsea. Goal scorers on that day, Eden Hazard with 2, Pereira with the 1 in between. Hazard's no longer here. They've got to rely on the likes of Pulisic and co. To get the business. The bookmakers odds on this one, they go. This is the late kickoff on Saturday, 15-4 for Watford, 6-4 on for Chelsea, 16-5 the draw. Oh shit. Okay. Where do we begin? We begin with we bring Frank Jaros with a 2-0 win for Chelsea. Raf Jarrett with a 2-1 win for Watford. He's giving it to him. Constable with a 4-0 win for Chelsea. Okay's going with a 5-1 win for Chelsea as well. Jake Turner 3-0. LG and Cal with a 3-1 win. Russell Frost 4-0 win. Victor Fisher with a 3-2 win. Billy Spencer gone 6-goal bonanza in his. 5-1 in favour of Chelsea. Team Who with a 3-0 win for Chelsea. Funzi Bujala with a 1-1 draw. Icy with a 2-0 win for Chelsea. Sanjin Poon 2-1. Chilar with a 2-0 win for Chelsea. Yeah, I can't see it. I cannot see it in anything but a win. I'll give them a goal, but I'll give Chelsea 4 on this one. They're playing too good. I think they're believing in. They've got the Frank Lampard mentality behind them. They're doing bits both domestically in Europe as well. Picking up a victory last time out was against Ajax. They'll play United tonight in the Carabao Cup. If they get a win there, they'll be buzzing. They'll be absolute buzzing. To come into this. So go and give them the win. Into Sunday's matches is Chelsea it's Crystal Palace up against Leicester City. Now I think I recall this when I did these predictions because I've done this already. I just don't know where the pissing graphic is. But I've done it already. Coming into this though, Crystal Palace, where are they in the table? They find themselves in 6th spot. Yes, I repeat that. They're in 6th in the table up against Leicester City, who are 3rd. There is a good 5 points separating the two sides coming into this. Obviously, Leicester look good at the moment, 1 defeat out of the past 5. Crystal Palace, though, just the 1 defeat out of the past 5 as well. But they've drawn a couple of them along the way. So this is not plain sailing away win here, though. I'm not giving it just like that. 4 wins for Crystal Palace at the past 6 games between the two sides. 1 win for Leicester, 1 draw along the way. I'll take a look at your guys' picks in just a second. The last 6 at Selhurst Park. 3 wins for Palace, 1 win for Leicester, 2 draws along the way. The last time Leicester won at Crystal Palace was back in 2016. March was the day. Riyad Mahrez scored. That must have been their Premier League winning season. The bookmakers odds, did I give you that? I don't think I did. Where are we? 5-2 for Crystal Palace, 11-10 for Leicester, 5-2. The draw on this one. What do you guys got for me in the chat? We start with Frank Jaros with a 3-1 win for Leicester. Ralph Jarrett with a 1-1 draw. Constable with a 4-2 win for Leicester. Richie Hunt with a 3-0 win. 2-2, that's okay. He's on with a draw. Russell Frost with a 4-1 win for Leicester. Jake Turner with a 2-0 win for Leicester. Team Who with a 2-1 win for Leicester. Victor Fisher with a 0-0 draw. IC with a 3-1 win for Leicester. Fonzuma Jala with an 8-goal thriller, 5-3 for Leicester. Richie Hunt with a 2-0 win. I think I already got you. I think you changed your mind there. Sorry. Richie Hunt's gone with a different game there. Algie and Cal with a 4-1 win. Shayla with a 2-1 win for Palace. Kings of the upset. Sanjin Poon with a 3-1 win. Raf Jarrett playing catch up as well with that. No, he's actually getting ahead of us. I'm not going to go with I'm actually going to go with a 2-2 draw on this one. I think Leicester will do bits this season. I think I'm calling it right now. They're top 4 candidates for sure. I think Manchester City and Liverpool will break away soon and they'll be on their own little fight. And then between 3rd and 5th and maybe even 6th, it's going to be a strong competition. But Leicester look absolutely phenomenal right now. And they've got depth. They've got a lot of young players, hungry players. They may even improve their team furthermore in January. So I'll give them a point here, but I think Palace with Hodgson at the helm, I think they'll grind out a result on this one. So yes, and finally on Sunday, the late kickoff, Everton against Spurs. The odds on this one: 7-4 for Everton, 6-4 for Spurs, 5-2 to draw. So Tottenham are favourites coming into this, only just fine margins between these two sides. The last 6 games between these two sides in all competitions: 0 wins for Everton. They've not won in the past 6 against Spurs. 4 wins for Tottenham, 2 draws along the way. This match last season ended. It was an 8-goal thriller, 6-2 in favour of Tottenham. Sung Young-min got himself 2. Christian Eriksen got himself a goal. Harry Kane got 2. Dele Alli the other one. But it all started with Theo Walcott opening up the scoring with 21st minute for Everton, and Gylfi Sigurdsson made it a little bit interesting. The last 6 over at the Goodison Park, it doesn't get much better. It's actually even worse. Everton haven't won in going back to 2013 and beyond. So Spurs have won 3 of them, and there's been 3 draws along the way. So bear that in mind when you make your picks. Spurs come into this, though. They are on free fall. They're 11th in the table, but a win could see them shoot up to 6th. Everton, on the flip side, they are 16th for the win for them. Could see them go up to 7th. That's how... People are panic stations at the moment with a lot of these managers. But it's so tight. You could be back in the Europa League talk in just a second. Flipping Newcastle could be up into the European conversation in 2 weeks' time. That's how tight it is. So let's take a look at what you guys got in your prediction stakes up here. We are starting with Frank Jaros with a 1-1 draw. Then we have Ralph Jarrett with a 3-1 win for Spurs. Okay with a 2-1 win for Everton. Everton versus Everton. He's gone for Everton on this one. Constable with a 2-1 win for Spurs. I see ya. He's gone with 2-1 for Everton. Franz Ujala with a 3-1 win for Spurs. Richie Hunt with a 4-2 win for Spurs. I see with a 2-1 win for the Toffees. Russell Frost with a 2-1 win for Everton. LG and Cal's gone with Everton as well. 2-1. Sanjin Boone with a 1-0 win for Spurs. Chila with a 2-2 draw. Victor Fisher with a 1-1 draw. Team Who with a 3-1 win for Tottenham Hotspur. What am I going to go with? Well, give me a second. A win for Tottenham. As I say, I'll go with a 2-0 win for Tottenham on this one. 2-0 win for this. So let's just say, so we did look at the table. This is what the table looks like right now. Let me zoom out a hair. I haven't pressed the magic button yet, but you will watch this. You will watch this live with me. So here we go. Once I press the calculation, this is what the table will look like if my results were to come true. Bada bing! There we go. Liverpool will be top of the pops. Manchester City will be second. They would be obviously still second. Chelsea third. Leicester will be in fourth. Arsenal in fifth. United up to sixth. Down the bottom will be Watford, Norwich, and Southampton going down as it stands. So yes, that is the match day number 11 predictions out of the Premier League. If you got any questions for me football wise, now is the time to throw them at me. It is Halloween, so be sure to chuck me a couple of questions, spooky related, whatever it is. So tomorrow we'll be back for the Champions League predictions on the show as well. So I've got them ready and graphics and everything, so it's all lined up. I'm looking forward to it. So I'll be live on that one. Any football questions before we bounce? Because obviously I've got a busy old schedule up ahead. Got to head to the office shortly. If not, be sure to give this video some love and smash the thumbs up. Let's try and get this up to 50 likes. And also make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you are new, I just realized that the time difference between my in the US and the UK is down to 4 hours. And usually I try and aim this for 5. But it's been a good turnout and enjoyed it. I enjoyed your company. I'm going to get out of here. Doesn't matter if there's any questions. I'll see you all very, very soon. Tomorrow, will Arsenal win tonight? Who are they playing? They're playing Liverpool. Is that right? Oh, yeah, I'm going to give it to Arsenal. I think they'll nick it. I think they'll nick it. 2-1 win. 3-2 win. 3-2 win. Solskjaer, Solanke better give the 19 million back to Bournemouth for refusing to score. 19 million for Solanke. Oh my goodness. What Manchester City will beat Liverpool 2 times to take the title this season. Who's going through in the cup tonight? Let's have a look at the cup games. I'm not too sure on all the fixtures. I know there's a couple. So we have Liverpool, Arsenal, Villa, Wolves, Chelsea, United. So Arsenal, I'm going to give it to Arsenal. They'll nick it. Surprise result there. Villa will beat Wolves 2-1. And Chelsea will beat United 3-1. I'm going with that. Looking at the next 6, I'm going 3-1 Chelsea for the United game. Look at the next 6 fashion. Who's more likely to drop points, City or Liverpool? Okay, let's take a little look at the next 6 fixtures. Why you've still got me? I was out the door, but you guys, you kept a hold of me. So Liverpool's next 6. Who they got? Obviously they've got. Let's just look at. So they got Arsenal in the cup. They got Villa, City, Palace, Brighton, and Everton. So Everton and Manchester City are 2 big games, but they're at Anfield. So I'd say Liverpool are probably the stronger out of those. But let's have a look at City, who they've got to play. They've got to play Southampton, Liverpool, Chelsea. That ain't no easy one. Newcastle, Burnley, and I think United. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think City will drop points. I think City are going to drop points, more points than Liverpool. There's the big games in it, some really good ones coming up as well. Liverpool City, obviously, is that before the international break? And then after that, City take on Chelsea. Then they take on Manchester United in December. So looking forward to that. As for Liverpool's games, Arsenal tonight, that doesn't really count. City, again, we just talked about it. Everton, yeah. City will drop more points than Liverpool. I'm pretty sure of it. Anyway, folks, that is it. Yeah, I'll hope to see you all tomorrow. Will City will beat them out? I don't know. I think it might be a draw. I think they'll hold them at least. But anyway, I'm going to be back tomorrow for some Champions League prediction show. So make sure you stop in there and say hello. Liverpool drop points. Yep. Well, they need depth. They need depth. City need to get a new defender in January for sure. Who is your second favourite championship team? Second favourite championship team. I don't really have a second favourite, but I do like. I don't know. I've not really thought about it. You've stumped me a little bit. Got a soft spot perhaps for Huddersfield. I think they've got the good chance to do well this season now that they've turned it around. But anyway, I'm going to let you get out of here. Thanks again for all those little couple of questions, lastminute.com. I'll see you all very, very soon for tomorrow, Champions League predictions. Until then, I've got to roll my outro if I can find it. Here. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.